This is not a video that I wanted to make, but yes, it looks like Browndust2 the game is bending the knee to censorship, and in a very, very significant way. And this sucks because I just got done like a few weeks ago praising Browndust2 because they literally lifted the middle finger to Steam. For those that missed that whole situation, they were trying to get on the Steam platform. Eventually they got taken down. They made a post saying, hey, due to the platform having all these restrictions and all these desires, it doesn't fit with our vision, so we're not going to be on the platform. And I was like, good on you. Good job. You already have a PC client. You don't need Steam. Don't let them wreck your vision. If you want a bunch of TNA on your characters, do it. If you want to show a bunch of skin, do it. Don't let Steam dictate what you're able to do with your creative vision. And then today happened. They held a live stream today, and to make it very short and sweet for some people that don't want to stick around, they basically said across the board, there's going to be a lot of censorship in this game. Yes, there's only like a select few, like 5 characters right now, but a lot of what they're saying right here is implying they have somebody behind the scenes that is going to break this game. They're wanting to get to a bigger audience. They're trying to stretch out to other regions. And in that whole speech there, it's a lot of, this is not censorship. This is redesign. This is our creative vision that we have. We're getting more mainstream and more popular. Thus, we need to change some stuff. And yes, using the old terms, things like we want to make it more comfortable for some gamers. Me personally, for those that don't know, I have been playing this game for a long time. I think at least the Mushoku Tensei update. At least since then, I'm probably going to stop playing this game because a lot of what they said in this live stream gives me a lot of concern for the future of this game. I really do feel like this is going to EOS because I don't think they realize a lot of people play this game because of how risky they are, because they're willing to do a lot of really raunchy stuff. But anyways, let's get the actual post that they made afterwards, after the live stream itself. It says, upcoming revisions to character skills, cutscenes, and interactions. We wish to provide more stable service across various countries and platforms, and we plan to renew certain costume cutscenes, interactions, and minigames to create an environment where Browndust2 can remain a beloved and a sustainable game for a long time. With the January 15 update, the appearance of the following costumes will be maintained, but skill cutscenes, faded guests, interactions, and minigames will be temporarily unavailable. They will gradually be updated later with improved appearances and new animations that will preserve each character's personality. And that's when we get to the actual list. Here is the list of characters currently, and I would argue it's going to be more in the future. Currently, this is the list of characters that they're going to be changing, censoring. I'm going to say it straight up. It's censorship. These are the characters they're going to be changing. Medical Club Teresa, Pure White Blessing Raphidia, Nature's Claw Rue, White Cat Rue, New Hire Seer, Demon's Daughter Seer, and the Slap Slap Pop minigame. This is Therese, and this is probably the only one that I wouldn't actually be able to show on this video. I think the rest of them are perfectly fine, and that's because it's a full-on panty shot, butt shot. But yes, she basically is doing something here, and then she falls over, and her butt shows, and then she pulls down her skirt. I don't see this a problem for the actual game, but again, there's censorship. But the rest of them, they're perfectly fine. This is Raphidia. This is obviously one of the ones that probably got the most like attention and outrage because, you know, it's Raphidia, and she's in the wedding outfit, and she's laying on her back like that. Rues, I think they're perfectly fine. I don't really see a problem with any of these. There's nothing like explicit being shown. The White Cat Rue, I don't understand why this won't be censored. I don't see any problem with this one, but again, this is the slippery slope of censorship. It's probably just simply because she's got ropes on her. Bam, censorship. This is the slippery slope they're getting into. Then we have New Hire Seer. Again, I don't really see too much of a problem here. She's got the thing, she falls over and it's shooting off, whatever. The Demon Daughter one, again, maybe you might say that's you see a little bit right here of Pansu. I don't know. Again, this is this oversensitivity of this stuff. And then we have the Slap Slap Pop game, where I think this is probably the best example of the slippery slope they're getting into. I never played this game, I actually didn't know it existed until they said that it's not available, but even with my censorship right in the middle here, you know what's happening here. It's a straight-on butt shot, and you're slapping the butt. That's what this game is. And by the way, there's plenty of games like this on Steam right now. Maybe not this angle, but there's like a thigh game out there. Now, yes, you can obviously draw the conclusion here that you have a character that I would probably assume is a high school nurse here. You have, again, Raphidia here. You have Rue, which Rue is looking like a young character. The assumption here is that it's young characters so far, but this is already a sign of the slippery slope because I don't know that there's younger characters in this particular game. But it's simply the fact that it's raunchy, the fact that you're slapping a butt. This is the proof that this is a slippery slope they're going into. But I think the bigger sign of what's to come for this game and why ultimately I'm going to stop playing it is that I know this isn't it. This isn't it for them. This is the first. What's going to come is now that they've made this choice to go down this direction, they've now compromised their vision. They've officially compromised their vision. And it really comes with everything that was stated during the Q&A, which I caught most of it, but at some point I realized they were just talking in circles and I just stopped listening. But essentially what they were saying is that in order for them to reach a more broader region, more platforms, because of the side effect of them becoming more popular and going more mainstream, they have to change a bunch of stuff. They specifically talk about the fact that certain vendors would laugh about certain costumes, but other ones they would question because you're not being respectful of the female character. They're laughing things off as redesigns, not censorship. And again, the big key wording that I heard, and again, this is the translator, but this is their official translator. I would assume that they're doing a proper job here, and if not, they better follow up very quickly. Through their translation, they're saying they want to make an environment where everybody is comfortable playing it. No. Done. I'm done. If you're going to start bending the knee to every single person that's offended by everything in your game, I'm done. I'm done. I want you to have your vision, and I'll choose to buy it or not. I don't want you to bend your knee to every Karen and whining person playing your game, and every vendor, and every platform, and everything. It's this whole stupid picking and choosing what's... Right on my screen right now. It's a picking and choosing what's offensive and what's not. Stop now. You're killing your game. And I, for one, am done. I will never put another cent into the game. I don't know that I'm ready to uninstall it yet. I'm hoping that we'll get a lot of, pushback happening with this, and hopefully eventually they'll stop and say, well, okay, never mind. we didn't realize you guys would be that upset. It definitely seemed like based on their chat, people were not happy with it. People were not happy in the chat. And they kept trying to sidestep it and go, oh, it's not censorship. No, I don't want to use that word. It's redesign. It's our creative vision. We want to do this. Nuh-uh. Additional information, they did state that they will be doing refunds for a lot of the costumes that will end up getting changed. And they haven't said exactly how that'll work, but apparently they're going to have I'm assuming a system where you can say that you don't like the changes, please refund this. But key thing here is they're refunding tickets. So you're not getting a refund for your money, which I'm curious how that's going to handle in a legal sense. Because yes, there's a lot of games, especially with China. There's a lot of games that if they do changes to characters, their appearance, what they're able to do, you can get in trouble. You can get legally in trouble. And so just giving back tickets, BS. That doesn't work like that. Through and through, though, this is a very unfortunate update, despite the fact that the beginning of this live stream's great. Like, you have, a Pekoda-looking girl. Like, she looks amazing. I love this character design. Like, absolute chef-kiss character design. But then it ends the entire stream with, oh, by the way, we're not censoring things, but we're redesigning things in order to make things more comfortable for more people. I'm done. Again, like I said earlier, this was not a video I wanted to make. It's extremely unfortunate. Now, the question mark that I obviously have is who's pushing this? Again, they kept saying it's not a specific vendor, it's not a specific region. It's just that they keep getting comments from different regions and vendors about content in their game, and they want to broaden it more. I have no doubt Steam's one of them. And I guarantee, since they're pulling the costumes before they even do the changes, they're doing an update on the 15th to pull these cutscenes, and then they're going to update the looks later on. You're still going to play the characters, but you can't see the cutscenes. Mark my words, if we suddenly see the Steam platform list Browndust2 again within the next couple weeks, Steam was a huge part of it. Steam was a huge part of it. I think most people would agree it's most likely also the UK, because during the same broadcast, they talked about age verification. So a lot of this could technically be the UK and whatnot. And yes, a lot of their restrictions around character designs in general not being allowed on the game. Either way, though, like I said, it's disappointing. It's very disappointing. I really did enjoy this game. I understand the desire for a company to get bigger and want to expand out. But there is also an element here where you have to also acknowledge what made you successful to begin with. And if you do need to make changes based on regions or platforms, make it specific to that platform. Don't ruin it for everybody else. Everybody else is just perfectly fine. Shoot, the App Store is perfectly fine with this thing. The Google App Store is perfectly fine with it. If it's a region thing, lock it in that region, or again, make something for that platform. I know they don't want to do that because it's extra cost, and so this ends up being a big cost-saving thing, but it just ruins it. It ruins it for everybody else. I hate this most because it's affecting a game that I actually enjoy. Again, I would probably in a lot of cases not say that I'm like that broken up about these characters being changed, but I really like though. It's just more of a fact of like, I know what's coming. I know this is the first. This is the first wave of stuff that's to come. These are probably the ones that some platform listed, and there's more to come in the future. Now, again, they've bent the knee, and again, they have somebody in the background that's saying that things need to be comfortable for certain players. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you found it informative. If you did, hit the like button. Until next time, y'all take care.